Hi everyone, it's your girl Nita Flying High here, and USA have won the gold medal 1-0 against Brazil. Now, I watched this game, and I feel in the first half, which a lot of the collective agreed with, Brazil whooping that ass. Brazil, on the second minute, Lidumil was already causing there to make saves, and she was their best player for Brazil. Unfortunately, Arthur ended up subbing her, which was into their demise, because she was the best player. We actually saw her put Germa in situations I ain't never seen Germa be put in. Germa mistimed the challenge and Lidumil ended up scoring a goal, but she happened to be slightly offsides. And I was like, damn, Fox looked shaky. Everyone looked shaky in the first half. The most solid player in the first half was Davidson and Nair, in my opinion. But America's trio with Swanson, Rodman, and Smith. And first of all, shout out to Corbin Albert. I know people hate the girl, but she's our girl. She's our PSG girl. And I did not think waking up this morning to the gold medal match that she would be playing. And of course, we all know, in a way, she wouldn't have been here if Catalina Macario was healthy. Emma Hayes trusted Corbin enough to give her the start with Coffee and Haran. So that was actually a very surprise. And to come to our surprise as well, Rose Lavelle did not step on the field in this final match. So shout out to Albert for holding it down in the midfield. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy for you, girl. I'm really happy for you. Coffee, she was defending out here for her life. The first half, y'all, was crazy for America to have to defend. Adriana, she was taken down by Dunn. That was a clear penalty. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I do feel Brazil should have at least had that opportunity to give themselves a goal. VAR let us down once again, and it's honestly unacceptable. This is the gold medal match. There really should be no explanation on why Brazil shouldn't have got an opportunity that they gained to get a penalty. So with that being said, the first half ended, and a lot of people were like, thank God, because America played awful. No, not many of the attacks. I think there was like 8 opportunities for Brazil in the first. It's compared to like America's 2 or 3. And in the second half, we got kicked off. We had an injury. Yaya went off the field in the 48th minute, and this is when, in a way, things started to change for Brazil. Arthur ended up making some subs. I think after the goal, Swanson scored the goal. It was off a defensive error from Brazil. They ended up the ball got passed and it was bad. And Smith picked it up and found her teammate. No, hold on. Yes, it was off a bad pass. And Smith found Swanson, and Swanson's goal was so easily finished. She made it look very easily. She was like, there was no way she was gonna miss that one. So, yes, the trio up top with Rodman, Smith, and Swanson once again held America down. And, I mean, like I said, there's no one that proved to stop them. There's no one in this tournament that proved to stop them. America, of course, were blessed to not have to face Canada to get to this match, because I do feel Canada would have given America a better fight based upon the archetypes that they have, Canada, and I feel Canada's defense is superb. With that being said, America got very favorable that they didn't have to run it up against Spain, because Brazil beat them, and this was a shock as well. So I think America got a lot of favor in this tournament based upon the other national teams being exposed for being cheaters, and other national teams being exposed by not having proper tactical management, and then getting favor with playing a team that you already played in the group stage and whooped them on. So Brazil and USA, now watching the reactions after this match, everyone seemed to be very calm and cool, collected. Of course, I didn't really see too much emotional distress from Brazil, which is good, because I feel like they knew at the end of the day this was a win for them. And like I was saying, I'm like, this is still good for Marta, because she can still go win the NWSL title with Orlando. So overall, I just think this is really good for Brazil. And I hope that they continue to perform well in these major tournaments because they're a good team. I like a lot of their players. And they made America work for this one today. They made America work for this one, especially offensively. But especially defensively. They, out of everyone in the tournament, I feel like Alyssa Nair, this was her best match. Like, because I feel like she didn't really have to make too many stops in this tournament. And Nair came up really big off that Adriana header. To me, Nair was the MVP of this match. But overall, in general, at the Olympics, for me, Swanson, I'm giving it to Swanson. Swanson is a very dynamic player. She can play that role that's driving at the back line, and she can score goals. She's overall still America's best player, in my opinion. With the additions to Smith and Rodman, these are very key players that I feel if Swanson didn't have, I'm not too sure how America would have done. But those three players literally held America, and we're blessed to actually have them in the Brazil on different teams. Lida Mill, I can't wait to watch her play with Swanson for Chicago, and Julia from Canada. I can't wait to see how that team's gonna shape out. But overall, I feel like the tournament was good. I didn't expect America to win gold, but the way that things ended up, I was sort of kind of right. Even though I had France and Spain in the gold medal match, and maybe Canada versus either USA versus Canada or Brazil in the bronze match, I kind of was right. I didn't expect Germany to beat Spain, but USA ended up playing Brazil, but in the final, in the gold medal. So I was sort of kind of right. So I'm cool with that. Did y'all know we have the Women's Cup going on? Okay, so Atleti, Juve, Kansas City, some other teams. So apparently they're having Racing Louisville. They're having 2 Women's Cup. We're having one that's featured in Racing Louisville Stadium, and then we're having another Women's Cup that's being featured in Kansas City. So that's really cool. Also, of course, we've been tuned into Liga MX Femenil. So if you ever want to come through to your girls' Twitch, we be tuning into Liga MX, the Mexican league. We watched Tuzas and Pumbas last night. It was a good. We had a weather delay, so we had to wait a little bit. That's why we were able to tune into Real Madrid to Racing Louisville, and it was at Palmeiras, the Brazilian side. I think they ended up winning in penalties. So that's really cool. So the Women's Cup, apparently the CONCACAF Champions Cup, that's the new Champions League in America for us. It's going to be kicking off, I think, around the 20th, August 20th as well. Tigres, Club America, Monterrey, San Diego Wave, Gotham, and Portland, and some of the other respectable champions of the leagues will be also participating in. I forget the names because I'm not familiar with these I'm not familiar with these club teams. But since we're getting these tournaments created, it's getting brought to us, so we'll be able to learn a little bit more about these clubs and mainly how they play, the archetypes of players that they're on the field, and so I'm really excited about that. So Women's Cup, we got the Champions Cup, of course. NWSL will be coming back, Liga MX. And don't forget, we have a new Women's Super League, Top Flight in America, the USL League. They're going to be kicking off their campaign pretty soon. So it should be interesting to see what type of football we get from those respective teams. 8 new teams, about 15 plus girls to get to know, 11 on the pitch, and we'll see who's going to, be really well. Some people say, Fort Lauderdale have some cool players. We know Dallas Trinity has some NWSL players. Also, the Tampa Bay has some NWSL players. So I'm looking forward to seeing these USL teams perform well, and hopefully they have a really good inaugural season, and we get to see some good things from them. And maybe one day we'll see some of these ladies on their respectable national teams, America and others. So overall, I'm happy America won gold. That's amazing. Now, the only thing is they need to be above Germany in the FIFA ranking because they beat them twice. But there definitely should be some movements because this tournament revealed a lot of things to us. And USA definitely need to be a little bit above Germany. That's really it. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all once again for tuning in. It's your girl Nita flying high, flying out this third dimensional reality.